Thank you all for joining us today. And this is really an expansion of the concept that we talked about this morning, which is this idea of a time machine. And I feel very fortunate that over the last 29 years, I've been able to started in Belize and now throughout Latin America and now into Europe as well. But to be able to witness this time machine concept marching forward and then be able to help folks like you all enter that marketplace at a time that's right for them. And there are different timings, and we're going to talk about what those different timings are, right? But to help folks enter that marketplace and take advantage of the true real-life time machine, which is just really hard to imagine, right? This idea of the time machine. But if you were downstairs this morning, this idea of, if we could go back in time, right, and we could make an investment 10 years ago, I think all of us would come back exceedingly wealthy, right? Because hindsight's 20/20. And so, you can't do that, of course. We can't really go back in time. But what we can do is imagine how things will progress forward based on historical record. We can see what's happened in different countries, and let's get there real quick, right? So we know what happened in Cabo San Lucas and Cancun over the last 30, 40, 50 years. We can see that that first McDonald's came in. I know people are like, boo, we don't want McDonald's down there, but who cares? It's coming anyway, right? So when that first McDonald's hit Cabo or Cancun 40, 50 years ago, right, what came next, right? Burger King, Pizza Hut, right? Well, when the first hotel came, a Hilton or a Marriott, what came next? Oh, the Hyatt, and then the Courtyard, and then the Hilton Gardens Inns, right? So we can see this path of progress. And when we're up here and we've watched it happen, right, or if we haven't watched it happen, we can talk to people who have and say, well, my goodness, like down here where these countries are not very popular. By the way, this is about the timing. I'll just spend a minute on this. Products in a mature market, and really how I put the countries, or you can even see something like the Caribbean side of Costa Rica and the Pacific side of Costa Rica, two totally different things in terms of popularity. Here's how I put these locations on this chart. I just simply said to myself, if someone from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania gets married this Saturday, a couple, where are they going on their honeymoon Monday? Costa Rica. Pacific side of Costa Rica, they're not going here, right? Right, it's popular. And if the honeymooners are going here, so are the vacationers, right? So this idea of popularity in the common person's mind, right? To say, where am I going to go on my honeymoon? Where are people going? Cancun, Cabo, Pacific side of Costa Rica. Few people here, I can pretty much assure you, nobody getting married on Saturday is going to Honduras, Nicaragua, or El Salvador. I'm sorry, unless they're from one of those countries, and then they might. But that's the key, right? And if we're in a country up here that's popular, it'll cash flow really well. But we're going to have to pay a lot more for that property, right? On the other hand, properties down here don't cash flow as well because they're simply not as popular. People aren't renting as much, right? But your cost of entry is a lot lower. And so if we understand this dynamic, this very simple dynamic, which is popularity, cash flow, and price, we can simply say to ourselves, okay, my time frame is 3 to 5 years. You want to be kind of here and up. My time frame is 5 to 10 years. My time frame is 10 plus years. Right? This is all really important stuff. And we're going to give you the ability to grab a resource that kind of goes into it a lot more. But in its really simple, basic form, this is it.